The blockchain means a distributed ledger or a database that maintains a continuously growing list of transaction records, but with a lot of protection against tampering, hacking, and revision, changing of data. Okay, it's built collectively, and it's maintained by every part that uses it. We're talking about something, data, which is collectively built, maintained by everybody that uses it, made up of a number of entries called blocks, which are comprised of the data being stored. These blocks are then transmitted to the various people in the distributed ledger so that they can be verified by other people, other unaffiliated people, okay? And then if you want to get slightly more technical, okay, each block contains a hash code that identifies the block that immediately preceded it, making these blocks a sequence and chaining them together. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Because this technology of blocks, chaining, hashes, means that something incredible is happening, that this is a system which is technically not owned by anyone. And that's what distributed ledger technologies are all about. There is no one central owner. Now, most of the action is happening in fintech at the moment. So most of what you're going to hear is cryptocurrencies, people making a lot of money, and now it's tanked. So I'm going to focus here on the social value proposition of this blessed blockchain. What's so interesting about it, really. The first thing is this magic word called self-sovereignty and identity. And this is really the most exciting thing about this thing. You know, technology where technically the power is vested very clearly in a system which belongs to nobody, but somebody in that system can really claim to have ownership. We are actually using open standards. We have gone back and ideologically said, we do not want to tie ourselves with any one supplier, because blockchain, every single, by the way, Microsoft's working on this, IBM, Sony, okay. So there are many different types of blockchains. You can have a public blockchain, you can have a private blockchain, and you can also have hybrids in between. But the third thing that we have is this idea of decentralization and an architecture you can still trust. Every single entity I know depends on middle people. Like the bank, my bank, they're creating zero value for me at the moment, will be swept out of the window. Those guys, technically, I would be getting worried, okay? But instead, they will move up the value chain by becoming blockchain consultants, by hiring cryptographers, by starting to deliver new value-added services potentially they can't deliver, maybe quicker, faster, whatever it is. And you can see new operators coming in right now. Is this a game changer for companies? I think anybody who's got value chain, supply chains should be looking at this. For institutions, it's scary for power systems and whatever it is. And it needs brave governments. I think you need to look at is the social value proposition of the blockchain, because that cuts across all facets of life, of business.